Blockchain is essentially a distributed ledger or a database that is stored on many different servers and is accessible more globally than our current databases are that are siloed. Another characteristic of blockchains are that they're cryptographically secured, so we actually have, rather than one single point of failure, we've got a distributed system with secured information that can be interchanged with actors in any industry. The way our systems work is that we are exchanging data, whether we're talking about currencies or whether we're talking about shipping containers. They are representing data points. And when we put all of those data points into one common repository that is accessible to everybody in a supply chain or in a bank, what you are creating is a commons for the exchange of trusted information between parties. Well, especially within the maritime industry, wherein there are a large amount of small and medium-sized players. Actually, they comprise most of the market in the maritime industry, and a few large players that control a lot of the information. What can now happen is that these small and medium-sized players are empowered to be able to be directly connected to their shipping lines or to their customers or to their suppliers, rather than having to use intermediaries.
I think the technology is a bit daunting for non-technological, minded people. Although I'm definitely not a technologist, I've managed to use to create infrastructure. I think people today look at blockchain and see it as a very clouded or we need to demystify the technology, and that's part of what we're doing here today. And a lot of other industry players are doing the same thing too. But actually, when you see it in motion, it's extremely logical, more logical than what we'd think today. And I think the hardest task that MTI had to go through was reverse engineering a specific milestone and then creating those data points coming into the network to then automate that process. By proxy, shippers and customers around the world want to see transparency and visibility of their supply chains. This technology creates that by proxy. It's not going to be a value add, but the real value add in my mind is the automation of that data around the network, which creates the provenance, which creates the transparency and visibility associated with the technology.